All right, welcome to Character Creation. I'm Ogar, and we are here with Gorgo, Count, Ravage, and Soleil. How are y'all doing?
Not bad.
Doing
We're
good.
doing the things.
I'm good.
Cool. Today we're doing Werewolf: The Apocalypse 5th Edition. Just go over who has experience with this. Gorgo, you got experience?
I got experience with VTM. Uh, slowly learning, not quite the same thing, but it's working out.
Yeah. How about you, Count?
Uh, I played Werewolf a bit back in the day. By back in the day I mean like 10 years ago, so definitely before fifth edition.
Good. Ravage?
Used to play vampire a lot. I think maybe did one werewolf, but kind of the same at least a decade ago.
Fair enough. And Soleil.
I am very new to this. I'm honestly kind of new to tabletops in general. Only been playing them about 5 years or so. So, looking forward to a new one.
So Gorgo, Count, and Ravage, y'all already got a head start, and you already kind of have an idea for your characters. Did you want to go over what y'all have so far, starting
Sure.
with Gorgo, and just go down the line?
Dang, not to start with Gorgo. So yes, I have Nesta. Nesta is going to be
Wait, how do you spell that?
an Nesta Nesta. Don't ask me her last name yet. We working on that. That's a work in progress situation. She is a Galliard. I think that's how you say that. Black Fury. Um, concept is that she's like an influencer. High socials. So lots of charisma and manipulation, and girl can lie like a rug. Let's see. She cannot get hit. I cannot stress this enough. She cannot get hit. See, I don't know who I need to talk to. She cannot get hit. Count. She cannot get hit. I cannot stress that enough to you.
Got you.
Uh Other than that, her flaws are she has a dark secret. She has a sex tape because what influencer doesn't? I guess. Uh she has a stalker, which is Rebecca Booth. Actually no, Rebecca Elliott. I made up her last name, and that's the wrong last name. Rebecca Elliott, which is the lovely ex of our dear Dr. Lucas Elliott. As Nesta does not have a place to crash, allegedly, and always ends up crashing at the doctor's very fancy apartment. And she likes to take videos there. Yeah, other than that, Firebug, she likes to set stuff on fire. And she's beautiful. And still working out the rest.
Cool. What about you,
Is
Count?
she so hot that she sets things on fire, or does she
Yeah.
just set things on fire?
She just a little of column A and a little of column B. She is hot though. Like she is smoking.
So the answer was yes.
Nice.
To both.
So I'm not as far as everybody else. It feels like so my character's name is Jean Rene Jerome. He goes by the nickname Splinter because he likes kids' cartoons and he knows kung fu. So that's why people started calling him Splinter, like Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's a Haitian American, um, a ragabash, uh, as auspice. A ragabash. I'm sorry. What happened to my? Oh yeah, Ragabash Bonar. Sorry, forgot my tribe for a second. So Buck's tradition, questions authority. Really good at getting into places and finding out things that people may not necessarily want him to know, or places that they may not necessarily want him to get into. Really tough. Just because living life on the street. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain that part. So he's kind of like, as a concept, I have him listed as everybody's favorite two-bit thug, just because like he has a reputation as being a useful guy to keep around, as far as like the unsavory sorts are concerned, as far as like the criminal underworld is concerned, but not really super high level. So like, if you need somebody smarter than the average thug, this would be the guy you would come to. And as a result, because he works with so many people, he learns a lot of stuff. And that stuff that he learns, information that he gains, uh, tends to be tends to create some benefit for him uh itself too. So, on the one hand, he's doing the physical uh goon work, and on the other hand, he's collecting info. He knows people's secrets.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice. Does he know my secret? Does he
It
know
depends on
Nelson's
if
secret
it
about
depends
the
on
tape?
it depends on who knows about that tape and who I've worked with. And I don't know if we got some crossover there. Maybe we'll be able to work that like if
We
I've
should
worked
work.
for somebody who's worked with you and has dirt on you, I might have found that out.
You know what? We need to talk and see how we can get our characters to intermingle and create more links in the relationship map, if you will.
It's real easy just because the nature of his work means that he's one of those guys that kind of knows everybody. So it'll be easy to fit him in.
Very nice.
Works for me.
Okay, Ravage.
Yes. So Dr. Lucas Elliott. He's a professor at Loyola. I'm gonna say historical weaponry. I don't know, but
Nice.
let's see. He is a Galliard from the Ghost Council tribe, and he is pretty much all intelligence academics with firearms thrown in there. He has a nicotine addiction, so he'll be smoking or something. He has a rival professor. I've named him Carl. So he's an adversary. Carl,
Okay.
whoever. I guess he's not concerned about his ex-wife stalker, but that's fine.
Apparently not, because is she stalking you? Because I know she's stalking me. I don't know if she's stalking you.
I mean, I'm gonna assume mostly you, but yeah. So he's not good at pretty much anything to do with physical stuff or charisma. He's not ugly, but he's definitely a zero. That's pretty much all he's got is like medicine, academics, numbers, science, and stuff. He will be totally useless unless you give him a gun.
Okay. All right. So Soleil, I know you haven't started or did anything, but you got any ideas of where you want to start or take your character or even a name?
I do have a name. I named my character Connie. I'm about
Spell
to
it.
make all y'all roll y'all eyes because my experience with werewolves is very limited. So I immediately thought of Twilight.
Now, and they in the back of my head they went. In the back of-
But I'll say the only character of the werewolves that I could stand was Seth because he just had a good old time. Everybody else was upset and broody, and Seth would just come and be like, "Hey guys, where are we going? What are we doing?" So I was like, you know what? I'll do female that because he was actually a good character, and his real name, the guy who played him in the movies, his real name is Boo Boo. So I'm like, hey.
I love it.
But yeah, so fun-loving werewolf that's probably surrounded by a bunch of serious people, and she's just like always having fun. I'll see how I can get that to fit.
Okay.
I can feel it. The world's ending. Not much we can do. Might as well
Yeah.
have fun.
All right.
I
Yeah.
can feel it.
Hey, let's do it.
So yeah, you already have a pretty good concept of your character. Have you looked at the auspices? Is it auspices or auspy or
Auspices.
Auspices.
yeah? We're just gonna go with auspices. Um, have you?
Is that in the? I've been going over the summary. Is
Yeah,
that
it's in the first page. It's on the first page right there where it has what you choose the aspects that you were born under.
Oh, those. Okay, sorry. I had actually just kind of skimmed over that and went straight to tribe. Uh, let's see here.
Yeah, so you got the
Thinking
rag.
maybe Galliard.
You thinking Gallard
Ooh, me
Yeah.
too, Tank Buddy.
Hmm.
under the gibbous moon. Okay.
Yeah, I would kind of think of her as kind of a herald.
Okay.
And tribe wise, I was between the Glasswalkers and the Heart Wardens.
Okay. So Glasswalkers, masters of technology and human methods of outsmarting their enemies, and then what was the second one?
Heart
Heart
Warden,
Heart Wardens.
the one right
Oh yeah, defend and nurture territory.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only thing. So the thing is, like, almost all of my characters know technology because I know technology. Like, should I go nature or just stick with
Also,
technology?
Please go with technology so I can take these dots and put it.
and with the heart ward,
Alrighty.
that gives you some like that ties you down for a character that's kind of free spirited because the defending territory that might be a little too serious for what you say your character's name was Connie.
Connie, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Glasswalkers it is. That decided it.
Just to cover everything. I know. We have Connie and Nesta as Galliards. What were Splinter and Lucas?
Also a Galliard.
Galliard,
Ragabash.
Ragabash. That's what
Splinter.
I knew.
We're
One of
all
y'all
the
was Rag.
Galliards, and we got the one like, hey guy, I know this guy. I know this guy. Look, I get it. He's not one of us, but I know him. Just hear me out, okay? He did some good work. He got rid of a tape. Well, it's not gone, but don't ask what tape it is.
Yeah, and then so we got Glasswalker Connie for Tribe, and then Ghost Council Lucas.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Black Furies, Black Furies. Nesta.
A slip of the tongue.
Were you Black Fury? I keep saying
Fury.
Furies.
Or
Yeah, I am Black Fury. And don't worry, when I first looked at this book, I said, did they just say a Black Furry? So
And that's what's been stuck in my head ever since you said that.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
And
Yeah.
Splinter was
Ragabash.
Tribe.
Oh, Bonar.
Bonar. I knew it was Bonar or Silverfang, but I think that was from an earlier conversation. The Silverfangs came up, and that was for Gorgo. Okay. All right, cool. So we got those figured out. So now we go to your attributes. There are multiple ways to do this. The basic way is right there for like a balanced character with the 1/4, 3/3s, 4/2s, and a 1. And then you split them amongst your physical, social, and mental attributes. I remember in older games, you used to, I mean, not older games, but like in older versions, you used to have to pick like which of the three physical, social, mental was like your strong one, and then second place, and then third place, and then you would get points depending on that.
Oh,
but this one's more free.
Yeah, from what I've heard from a lot of people that have played one versus the other, the V5 really like simplified it all down.
Hmm.
The move from like 20th anniversary to like whatever happened during 20th anniversary for everything, because there's like Werewolf 20th anniversary and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And when it switched over from, I believe, like White Wolf to Onyx or Paradox, whoever runs it now, they had to redo a lot of it because the 20th anniversary was supposed to be the end of everything.
Hmm.
So then when they didn't do that, a lot of stuff had to get reworked in the process.
Interesting.
Shout out to, if anybody, if he ends up watching this, shout out to our chameleon Alex in the in New York by Night, and because he was the one that actually told me that. I didn't know that. I learned something new today.
And just to go over attributes a little bit, I guess while Soleil's thinking about those, we got your physical ones, which are strength, dexterity, and stamina, which if you played any tabletop game, you can probably just figure those out by themselves. You know, strength being how strong you are, what you can lift. Dexterity is like how well you move and avoid contact, whether it be through stealth or just dodging a punch. And then stamina is just your toughness and resilience, your constitution, your endurance. Um, for the social ones, we have charisma, manipulation, and composure, which I find composure interesting.
It's really important too, because and just a point of order, stamina also directly contributes to your health pool.
Yes.
Because it's 3+ stamina. So if you
Mm.
have little stamina, then just know that that affects your overall health, which is again why I cannot get hit. I just want to slide that in there.
Cannot stress this enough.
Cannot get hit.
I think I found out where you put your one.
Not you in my business. Like, maybe.
Yeah. Charisma is just charm and strength of personality. Manipulation is using your words in a deceptive manner to try to get what you want, but
So
being eloquent and
that's one thing that's
persuasiveness.
kind of
What's up?
getting me stuck.
What's up?
Like the manipulation versus the charisma. So it's like I get that manipulation is like being smooth tongue, having like a silver tongue type thing, which is probably not a good thing for a werewolf. But anyways, um, so it's like I was thinking of putting manipulation as my number one because I wanted my character to be, open book friendly type thing. Like, can try to tell like a white lie every once in a while, but it's uh not really trying to put anything by anybody.
Well, I would think that would be more charisma than manipulation.
Is manipulation is if you're the best way that I describe manipulation is it's like if you're trying to actively change someone's perception of you, versus charisma is you're just trying to put forth a good image. Does that make sense? So
Okay,
like,
okay.
yes.
I
So
think
it's
I think
charm.
I think the eloquence kind of threw me off because she can talk, just not because literally what I put on here is I had charisma as the 4 and I had manipulation as the 1. So I guess I was wondering, is that
Yeah,
does
like
that
Yes, yeah.
sound
if you're like wanting to be like very charismatic, but you're not trying to like change people, like forcibly change
yeah,
somebody, then yeah.
okay, okay.
Like I have a 4 at manipulation, but Nessa can lie like a rug if she needs to.
That should work then. All my physicals are twos. That's where I put most of the twos.
Okay. Yeah, 2 is average
Yeah.
for most everything. And then the mental ones are intelligence, wits, and resolve. Intelligence is like your memory, like using your intellect, reasoning. Intuition would fall more under wits, and also your attentiveness, alertness. So if you want to do like perception, that would fall under that as well. And then resolve is like holding your concentration. And correct me if I'm wrong, it also would be the counter to manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Think of it kind of like fortitude, like strength of mind,
Mhm.
a little bit.
Like your willpower.
Yeah, because believe it or not, resolve or like believe it because it's in the book, but resolve and composure actually come together and they create your willpower stat.
Mm-hmm. Which it just says right there in the next part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's almost like I'm reading it off the page. I didn't, but it's almost like I did.
All right. So, did you get a good feel? You got everything squared away there?
I believe I do.
All right, cool. Then we can, well, I guess we'll make a short stop on the health and willpower. Your health is 3 plus your stamina. And your willpower is your composure plus your resolve. And for some reason it was I knew it was composure plus something, and I always confused it if it was composure plus wits or composure plus resolve.
It's composure plus resolve because that's also how you gain it. That's how much you gain back
Mm-hmm.
every night.
All right. So next we have to fill out our skills, where you get 3 different forms of it. You can choose to be a specialist. You can choose more of a balanced thing, or you get most things, or you can do jack of all trades, or you got a little something in everything. Where you think Connie is?
I think she's pretty balanced.
Okay.
But I also want to see which skills I kind of want to do. So we'll see.
Let's see. To go over, I guess we'll go over the skills. So we have academics, which is kind of like intelligence checks a little bit, uh, but specifically for book learning, like liberal arts, that type of thing. You got animal kin, which is animal handling. If you play D&D, also connects with the communication since we're werewolves here. Athletics, running, jumping, climbing. Awareness. So this would be like your perception, your senses, whether it be hearing or smelling, or I guess tasting. But hopefully we don't have to do much of that. Brawling. Brawling deals with unarmed combat. And then craft is if you want to be an inventor and you want to be proficient in building different types of things or repairing. Drive deals with operating vehicles. Etiquette is your knowledge of politeness in a social setting. Uh, Finance is just your knowledge of moving, handling, and making money. Firearms, using guns, but also bows counts as firearms as well. Insight, determining the state of minds and motives. Trying to see if someone's telling you the truth or trying to be deceitful. Intimidation, uh, using your presence to get others to back down or to change their mind or what have you. Investigation, following clues, solving mysteries. I don't know if you've seen any Scooby Doo, you can get that. Uh, Larceny,
breaking and entering, like it, stealing things, all the crime.
yeah, this is the crimes. This is the crime skill. Let's see. Where we at? Leadership. Directing and inspiring others. We got medicine, knowledge of medical things and healing injuries, diagnosing disease. I say nothing. That's it. I don't know why I said nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost where I was. We're in the M's. Melee. Yeah. Armed hand-to-hand combat. So there's your knives, daggers, bats, clubs. If you have a sword for some reason.
That's interesting.
Occult. So that's knowledge of like secret stuff and just the occult in general. So
Magic,
magic.
sorcery.
Yep.
But I love how it says both real and unreal. I kind of love that.
Because in the world of darkness, it's all real.
I could just I kind of put one in there because I could see Connie like getting a story, just pulling it out of thin air to tell somebody, just to make them laugh. Make them laugh, make them laugh.
Speaking of which, we got performance, putting on the show, dance, or act. And persuasion, which is literally just convincing others. We got politics, the knowledge of.
Is anybody else streetwise?
That's a good question.
I am. I
I
have
put
high?
some in there.
I have two dots in streetwise.
Okay.
You good? You got scared?
Huh? No. I was just wondering if I was I wanted to know if I was doubling down on it because I wanted to put 4 points in it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could, but because how many do you have in there right now?
I don't know, actually.
Because like, if we're together, then
No, I'm gonna drop all that and pick up something pick up something else. Well, no, I
yeah,
think
I mean, I have.
keep. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, so I didn't mean to distract everybody.
Oh no, it's fine.
No, you're good.
You're creating a character, and that's exactly what we're doing.
I actually took Streetwise out of mine because I wasn't thinking of it the way that they're describing it. I was thinking of it more as like, like street smart. But this is like, no, like streetwise as in underground.
Well, it
Yeah.
could be above ground too. It's just urban society. It
Yeah,
counts
but
both.
yeah, I can see that. But at the very least, if I do it, I'm only going to put one in it. I'm not going to put two.
That's fair.
Also, I'm pretty sure I don't. I think it's probably a thing here. I know it's a thing in like other systems in World of Darkness, but teamwork is a thing, which means if, like, for example, let's say you have a person that, as long as you have a dot to contribute and you can describe how you're actively contributing to helping, then that person can then add that dice to their roll.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's one of the ways, like, if you went the jack of all trades, even though, like, you're not particularly good at much,
One thing
you're as long
you're
as you're in a
okay.
group, you can be like, well, I'm assisting, I'm helping out
Yeah.
because you have a lot of reach as far as like skills.
I can see that.
That was Streetwise, but where were we? We did politics. Everyone knows politics. Science, yeah, that's knowledge check on all science stuff. Stealth. You don't want to be seen. That's the skill to get. And subterfuge. Tricking others into believing you.
Your country is showing.
Lies. It's subterfuge is lies. Oh, just all the lies you could think of.
Alright, survival. Uh, Remaining alive in adverse surroundings. And also, well, no, let's split that out. But yeah, that's what that is. And technology, knowledge of anything technology. I'll go on here. So you got a good handle on your skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I figured I found I definitely wanted to do balance because there's a few things in here I didn't really think fit my character anyway. I get what you were saying though, that like if you have something in all of them, you can help people with other stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not for like everyone.
yeah,
It was just noting like why would you ever pick jack of all trades? You're not good at anything, but it
right.
can be useful in certain situations.
Yeah, but since my character is like, with technology and stuff, I figured she should probably be good at like the technology and the academics and stuff. So yeah.
If I could back up for it was something that you said, if you don't mind me asking, Tank
Mm-hmm.
Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you said you put a 4 in charisma.
Yes.
What'd you put in intelligence?
3 in intelligence, 2 in wits, 3 in resolve.
Okay. I will make one suggestion. If you're going tech heavy, this is just
Mm-hmm.
only if you're going tech heavy, you may want to swap. Because you said you got a 3 in
Charisma and
wit.
intelligence.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
most
I
of
will
those
say I was
are,
between.
yeah, because those intellect skills are normally going to be like either int and wit
Mm-hmm.
plus that skill. Like it's normally an attribute plus a skill. So like it would be int and technology to do something, or wits and technology if you're trying to like react to somebody doing something.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's it. That was the only thing. I was like, wait, I heard the concept, and then I remembered what you said about putting about stacking charisma.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I honestly those were the two that for the longest time both of them were in 3. Charisma and intelligence were at 3 because I was like, all right, which one of these am I gonna do 4? And I literally did a coin toss. So like if it makes more sense conceptually that she have more in intelligence, I'm all for switching that.
Or even wits, because wits would just make it so that you you may not reason as well, but you react very well to things. So like you're able to react to information, react to attacks on technology, stuff like that.
Yeah, I honestly, for me, I guess in my head canon, it makes more sense for it to be intelligence than wits. Like I
That
definitely
makes
wanted to
sense.
have some wits, which is why I also wanted to put some in street smarts. But I don't want that to. I want that to be like something that, like, if she so happens to pass the roll on that, that it's like, that's a nice little surprise. But not
Nice.
for me to like expect that that's how she get out that. So yeah.
Oh no, you're good. Like I said, I was just offering up like options. Neither honestly, you can keep the whole thing in charisma. I would just the only thing I want to be like is if what you were going for is that
Right.
high intellect character, the way you're describing, like if you're trying to essentially create a game version of you, it might
I
have
probably am.
yeah, if that's what you're attempting to create, eh, you might want to swap it. That was it. But
Yeah,
again, you
no,
can
that's
also
all.
stay high charisma if you wanted to.
Yeah, I might change it again later, so I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, I would say if you're going more to Seth, then I would
Yeah,
Seth.
going more towards Seth is why I said the charisma thing, because he just like for that character, he was the one character that everybody on all sides liked.
Yeah, in that case, then yeah, I would say yeah, go with the charisma. But
Mhm.
if you wanted to just have that like of Seth, but still have like the intelligence
Right.
or like the brainy stuff, I would maybe go wits
Okay.
because then it's like less of you just being just straight up intelligent, but
Hmm.
it's just you knowing how to deal with the situation.
Right. Okay. I will think on it.
But yeah. So next section. Actually, before we go to the next section, Raven, did you want to talk about any of your skills, like how you went with like picking your skills or whatever?
Sure. So I mentioned earlier at some point that he kind of ended up being like a kooky professor because his charisma is one. Um, so he's mostly just he's maxed out on academics. Crafting is a 3, so he's a specialist. So it's firearms is a 3, science is a 3, and then medicine, technology. So he's pretty much all mental. He does have 2 insight and 1 investigation and 1 finance. Um, Pretty cliche, smart professor guy, honestly.
Professor with a gun.
Yeah, professor of weaponry, specifically handguns, for some reason.
He's a doctor, yeah.
Love to
Yeah,
see it.
PhD in in
He's Indiana Jones.
yep.
Reminds me of this meme with this doctor holding a gun, like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
boy, I'm a healer, but
Count, you want to talk about yours? Like your choices
oh
of
man, I am still working through it. I have so I went with balanced and I put a 3 in athletics, a 3 in brawl, and a 3 in larceny. Because
Ooh.
crime.
that's crime.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
Um, he got 2 in drive because, like I mentioned, he's like a kind of all-purpose, like Swiss Army knife of a of a thug. So like he's been a getaway driver, so he got some points in drive, got some points 2 points in firearms. Like he knows how to use a gun. He's not an expert, but he knows how to get people deaded. Um let's see. Yeah, that's all I got for now.
All right, that's fair. Gorgo, you want to talk about your skills or attributes?
Yeah. So, as I've said, she cannot get hit. And I gave her high manipulation. She has a 2 in composure, 2 in resolve. She actually has a 2 in stamina, but that's probably gonna get changed to a 1 in stamina. 2 dex, and 3 in wit. And then a 3 in charisma. She has she has athletics, brawl, because I guess she's gonna try to throw a punch. I don't know I don't know what she thinks she's gonna do. Cause that is not enough to hit anybody and it make a difference.
Did you go
She
more
had
balanced on your skills or
I went specialist and
specialist?
I
Okay.
put my 4 dot in subterfuge with the specialty in seduction.
Okay.
Because she is the honeypot of the group, if you will. Um, she's an influencer. And then the rest of her stuff went into her 3 dots, her 3 dot skills, because you can have 3 3s. It went to persuasion, which would make sense, intimidation, because and then insight, because I feel like for her to be an effective honeypot, she needs to be aware of what's happening with the person that she's with. And she also has some stuff in awareness, because what's in awareness is perception. So she could be aware of what's happening around her as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. And she has specialties in photography, because influencer, performance, and I put that as acting, and then again, seduction.
Makes sense. All right. Let's come over to the next section. Advantages and flaws. So you assign 7 dots to advantages, whether they be merits or backgrounds, and then you have to have 2 dots of flaws. So they're basically like, I'm trying to compare it to something like D&D, but I guess it's like picking your background where you had those beginning things that you got because of your background. But also, if you went through those different sections, you would always have to pick like a flaw or roll for a flaw or just make up a flaw. At least for 5th edition, you had to. And so this is kind of their version of that.
Also, they come with different mechanical benefits and or detriments depending on what you choose, especially being ugly and repulsive.
Yeah. So like each of the different merits, like, well, since you were talking about that, let's start with there. You got the looks, so you could choose one of the ones that, depending on how good looking you are, you'll get more dots for that, and those will help you out whenever you're doing the appropriate social dice rolls. But also on the flip side, if you want that to be a flaw, then you lose dice whenever you do social rolls from those pools.
Yeah, I hadn't got to this part yet.
Oh no, that's fine. Did you have any questions or Did you want any like suggestions?
Nah, I'll listen to what other people choose and see if I could play off them. But I think other people might be doing the same thing, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I can just let y'all know she poor. That's no, I lie. I won't even lie. I gave her dot and resources. She could buy her own food, but right now, she is crashing on Dr. Elliot's couch nightly. And by crashing, I mean she almost lives there.
um,
You may, depending on what your wisdom awareness is, you may or may not have noticed that clothes are slowly coming in, but none are leaving. Eh.
no. Well, it's kind of the opposite for him. He has 4 in resources, which they describe 5 as being like Jeff Bezos, so he's up there. But he also has a addiction to nicotine, which is a pretty simple addiction, I guess. But
It's something.
An addiction, nonetheless.
I took language fluency, so he has another language. I haven't decided what yet. The looks merit the Clement lupus, so he looks basically like a dog in the lupus form. So won't raise any suspicion. It's not a big wolf running around. And then his other flaw is Carl, the rival professor at the university. So I don't know how that'll play out, but Carl.
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 I just imagine Nesta like opening the door and like Carl's there, be like, "Hello, Carl," and then closes the door.
I don't know why Carl. It just sounds like a great name.
It just sounds
Do
like a
you
name that you're
do
so
you watch
tired of.
Walking Dead?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Coral.
I have the graphic novel.
Nah.
It's the way the actor specifically says Carl's
Yeah,
name that
yeah.
makes it amazing.
It sounds more like coral. Coral.
Coral. Coral, get in the house.
He's always yelling at the poor dude, like just right in front of his face. Coral. He can hear you, my guy.
He makes some questionable decisions, so
Yeah.
I would yell at him too.
He is a young person in a zombie apocalypse. All his
Yeah.
decisions are going to be questionable.
Yeah, he literally grew up with zombies around.
Yeah. Yeah. Questionable is putting it nicely.
Pride.
Oh, go. Did you go with any in fame, even though it might be just like internet fame?
Actually, I do need to do that. Thank you. That is the one. I was like, wait, I need to figure out where I was going to put these last 2 dots in, and I am going to put the last 2 dots in fame actually. And her other dot is and her other 2 dots are on a lore sheet. It is she got the firebug feature. Hopefully we'll get to use that. But yeah, she gets to cause a little trouble and be on social media when she does it, I guess.
That why she doesn't have a home. She burnt it down.
No, honestly, I think she feels like low key sad about like Dr. Elliot getting a divorce. So she's just like, I'm going to keep him company, and also his house is way nicer than what I make on this influencer budget.
There's just the thing of the stalking ex-wife that might be a problem.
Well, to be fair, Nessa did that to herself when she started taking pictures in your very nice house. and your ex-wife recognized that she was in there. It'll be fine. It'll be
Happens
fine.
every day.
Becca is. Oh yeah, yeah. She's like, again. It's fine. Becca is honestly such a lovely girl. She's fine.
So, this moon thrall where you have to change into a a glabro or hispro. I'm saying I'm butchering it. Anyways, you have to change into one of those two forms every time you see a moon.
Mm-hmm.
I
Are you wondering
I
what
get
those forms are?
well. I see the forms on the character sheet.
Okay.
So I guess what it is so it says when you see the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if it's nighttime, as long as you can't see the moon, then you can avoid that question mark.
Yeah, like if you can avoid seeing the moon at night, then I guess.
Yeah, because I guess I also see this as something that like she wouldn't really care because she's probably around werewolves more often than not anyway, or she would put herself away from where the moon could be seen to avoid it.
Yeah.
Like I could
Well,
definitely see it as a flaw, but I could also see it as one that she wouldn't think was as big a deal because she could work around it.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're like it could be workaroundable. You are living in a city like Chicago, so
Hmm.
like I guess you could stay inside. But I imagine like not everybody that she like hangs out with necessarily would be like a werewolf or interact with at night.
Yeah, that's true. Because again, like I said, if she's liked by everybody, then that means she's social and likes to go around people.
Yeah.
But she would still be like conscious of it. Yeah. Oh, that was the other question. So then on nights of new moons, would that also be where like she's safe? If I guess it's a true new moon.
I guess technically you can't see the new moon.
Yeah, not if it's a true new moon and like there's not even a sliver out.
Yeah, because if it's a slither, then you can see it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess if it's a true new moon, then no. I guess
So
not.
yeah, and so when you change, like what's like is there a time limit on changing and then changing back?
Actually, let me look at Moonthral to see if there's anything that's different from that than just changing.
Right, because I could also see like her going to a bathroom, looking at the moon real quick, change back. All right, let's go.
Oh, no, there are roles involved,
Okay, okay.
but I just need to know if there is a specific uh restriction, like you have to maintain this for X amount of time.
Right. Yeah, that was my question. Yes.
Yeah. But in the meantime, while I'm looking that up, what else did you pick as far as uh
Yeah. I picked Cairn. I guess that's how you say that, because I figured she'd probably be allowed into another SEP's group, whatever that word is. I've wanted her. I also went beautiful, and that she has some resources, because I well, I was trying to decide on how much wealth that she had. And I was also thinking of maybe having a mentor, but I'm not sold on it yet.
Also, have you looked in the book to because the book has like more details on.
I will go look at the book.
Mhm.
I figured out a bit on one of the advantages I wanted to give my character. Since he's a former gang member, I
Mm-hmm.
want to still give him connections with the gang. And since we're in Chicago, I can pick. I have my pick of the squad, so I'm just gonna connect them with the Four Corner Hustlers since that's what I grew up around.
Okay.
So yeah, he can still call on members of the gangs. He's not with the gangs anymore, but like he got buddies. So
Okay. He still has those connections. Okay.
yeah, I'm also gonna give him a contact, a specialized contact. Looks like
Okay.
I should be able to. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's 7 points.
Nice.
Have you thought about your flaws?
Not yet. Working on that.
You can also have a sex tape.
Hello.
See, for you
Wait,
to
it
for
could
a
be
sex
our
tape
sex tape.
Oh boy.
for a sex tape to be useful, you have to actually care if somebody finds out. And like your character has a background where that matters, but
Oh
homie,
man.
Well, do
it
you
don't matter.
necessarily need to care? You know how many celebs we have out there that
Oh
are
yeah,
celebs
you right.
because of sex
As
tape?
long as this what the other person on there care, then it's like, yeah, you were. Oh, that adds some story because then it's like, okay, so what was? How did you know me? Maybe you got in contact with me to help destroy this tape, and
Yeah.
like to prevent it from like spreading or whatever. And that's not something that's easy to do. So I can see why you would want to, you know, especially if you want to keep it on the low. You're not trying to like
Yeah. Like I
legal
know
action
somebody
where everybody
who was
find out.
like, look, I know a guy, and then I get to you, and then like I'm like, oh, look at us, we're both wolfing things, and then I loop the docket and be like, look, I know, look, I get it, I know he's not one of us, but he's kind of one of us, and because like we're all curious to be like, and he could probably get you that gun. I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying you could do that.
Hey, it's all tied together. I'm liking this. I mean, how else is a professor gonna be getting guns if you don't have a gun connect?
The
There you go.
store.
You know what? Yeah, it could be a legal
Not
gun.
the good stuff.
See, I don't
Not the
think
good
that
stuff.
way.
Not you. But first of all, not you being logical. Stop it. It's the world of darkness.
I mean, it's kind of hard in Illinois, but not that
But
hard.
see, but look. But here's the thing.
If you want
Now
assault
we
weapons,
got a guy. You don't even got to go through all that.
Probably
And
costs
we're
less.
in Chicago. I know a guy.
Yeah, like yeah. She'd be like, look, I got a guy. We could definitely talk to him. He's gonna be a little weird, but he's fine. And
It'll
then I'll
work out.
be like, I'm calling him a Splinter. You calling him who? Splinter. Hush.
The rat.
yeah, the rat.
Oh my god.
That's perfect. I love that.
Me
I love
too.
that whole exchange. That's exactly the response people are supposed to make if they don't already know how he got his name. Like the rat? Yeah.
Can his buddies in the gang be the turtles, please?
No.
Yeah,
So
my
there's
friend
oh
Raph,
yes, that's
Mikey,
perfect. Every
Donnie, and
last one of
Leo.
them are gonna be named after the turtles, bro. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for
Raph,
that,
Donnie,
Ravage.
Leo, and
Thank you.
Mikey. There you go.
Jesus.
This is wild. I love it. I'm having problems, and I don't think this is a you problem, like a y'all problem. This is the website. I'm trying to add the reliable. Oh, you know what? It's a different perk. I mean, a different skill. Never mind. I figured it out. Okay.
Oh yeah, for allies.
Yeah, I wanted to add reliability, the 2 points of reliability, just so I know
Yeah,
they'll appear in the day.
yeah. Because when you do allies, like they say 1 through 3, but technically it's like to max it all out. It's a 6-point buy because you have to buy both reliability and you have to buy like competency because they could like show up, but they could be horrible at their job, or they could be great and then not show up. And if you want them to be great and show up, then it's a little more resource intensive.
I want them to be alright and show up.
If you want them to be aight, and just show up, that would be okay. So you probably put like a 2 in effectiveness.
No, I got 3. It's gonna be so I picked 3 for allies. So gifted individuals, dangerous group of average individuals, which is how they describe a street gang. And then 2 points for reliability. So when you call them, they're within
Okay.
1 to 10 hours, and you roll a die. So
Okay.
sometimes they might get there early. Maybe they was hanging around or they was
So 5
nearby.
dots total.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Okay. When you
leads me
said 3,
to
I thought you put like all 3 in effectiveness and nothing else in reliability. I was like, well, they're
nah,
gonna be great. They'll never show up.
nah.
They'll never get there when we need them.
The A team never shows up. That would create an interesting story element. Like I called the boys. Like, okay, well that means we still need help.
I know somebody who did that. They maxed out effectiveness and then they put nothing in reliability. So they're like, so that they asked somebody like, yeah, so I want to call in, this very effective group I have, and they're like, okay, cool, you can do that. But so when they coming, I don't know.
Nice.
What do you mean you don't know? You didn't put anything in reliability. They could get here, they could not get here. I don't know. I'm about to roll a die and figure it out. Spoiler alert, they never showed. Never showed.
That'll happen.
It will indeed.
All right, so I looked that up, and there's nothing really that's saying that you couldn't change back after changing. I guess it would just have to depend on the situation and what's happening around.
Rage plays a big part in that.
Yeah, it did say I
Yeah.
would still have to do my rage rolls and stuff like that too.
Yeah. I didn't see anything as far as like you are stuck in this form or anything like that.
Right.
I think the only thing I can think of is if you go into a frenzy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that like if you're in a frenzy, then yeah,
Watch
that,
out.
We got a lot more
that's a
problems-
whole
we got a
nother.
lot more problems to worry about than you than a wolf in a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say another thing that kind of intrigued me a little bit is it's the one under mass where it says like you have been erroneously tagged as someone of interest to your detriment. It's like it's like even you might have done something bad, just not the that's just not the reason that they're looking for you. So you're innocent of at least this thing.
That, or it could even be like you're tagged as a person of interest in like, because I think SI exists here as well, which is like SI is the government trying to look into things like werewolves and vampires and eradicate
Right.
them. So like it could be something.
And so
It
the
could be
thing
definitely
I
for
was
that.
thinking of when I read that, I was like, since she is in technology, you know, accidentally get to a website, to a backdoor, to a thing. Things happen.
Things be happening. Things do be
It's
happening.
not like she was trying to do it, but things ended up happening, and somebody kind of saw her IP, and now she's been flagged. So I'm thinking maybe I'll have that be the flaw, just because the story made a little more sense thinking of that one rather than the Moon Thrall, where I had to do mental just gymnastics just to make that work.
I love the fact that I love the fact that your character like Connie was just like just poking around, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden she hears she gets alert. She's like, uh
it's
oh, uh oh, and all of a sudden she's trying to close out her back out.
kind of like, oh, what was that movie in the 80s? War Games, where they
Mm.
thought they were just playing a game on the computer, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
nah, this is like actual nuclear weapons. Please stop. So yeah, I think that fits better. I'll put that as the flaw, that she's a person of interest, though she didn't do it on purpose.
All right. Let's see. Did everyone get have a good grasp on their advantages and flaws?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then renown is real straightforward. The three categories are glory, honor, and wisdom. Uh, and you get 2 dots in the renown that's associated with your tribe, and then 1 dot goes to one of the other two.
Okay.
I am wisdom and honor.
Wisdom and honor. Okay.
I am glory and honor.
Where does it?
What are you trying to
I'm
look
pretty
for?
sure mine is wisdom because I got the check.
Glasswalkers? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wisdom. And then you put the 1 dot in one of the other two.
Yeah, I'll do wisdom and honor.
What are you doing, Splinter? Or are you still thinking about it?
Yeah, all my stuff got reset by accident.
Oh,
So
Ouchie.
Oh no.
I gotta go through it again. Sorry. But when I checked, what I remember was it was glory and honor predominantly. I'm sorry, because you were asking what my renown, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so glory and honor. That makes sense because bonars are honor.
Yeah.
And then you put your 1 in glory. Yeah. All right. So then you start with 3 starting gifts. 1 native, 1 from your auspice, and 1 for your tribe.
I did that part. I have cat feet.
Okay.
Gain a supernatural sense of balance, animal magnetism, and bonus on social tests against humans, and halt the coward's flight, which is slowing a fleeing target.
Okay,
Hmm.
makes sense.
Hmm.
Anybody else picked out theirs, or they're still thinking about theirs?
I have mine.
Okay,
I'm
go
still
for it.
thinking mine, and the picture right before gifts and rights is a little off-putting. It distracted me.
This one. What you got, Ravage?
So rite of dedication. Basically, you have a relationship with your clothes, so uh, they shift with you when you shift, so you don't rip through your clothes.
Hmm.
Sense danger, so it can detect traps, ambushes, and surprises. Eyes of the owl is see in the dark,
Okay.
and Song of Serenity is to calm rage. I think that's composure plus honor. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait,
You
was
call
that?
him rage and I incite it.
Well, you never know.
Were those your gifts and your rights, or were those just your gifts?
That's everything.
Okay, that's your gifts and your rights. Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out my rights part.
The Song of Serenity is the right, I believe.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, thank you. You get one right. Okay.
Yeah, you get one right.
Where do
What?
you see the gifts that you get from your auspice and your tribe?
Uh, let's see. Your auspice is the Gallard, and so that should be page 158, 159.
Okay,
And then your tribe one is the Glasswalkers, and that's page 171.
gotcha.
Right is the right of dedication, obviously, because it's called right of dedication. So I correct
Yeah.
myself.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just like, wait, hold on. I tried to do math, and that's where I got lost. Um,
Same thing happens to me.
darn, I don't have any wisdom because I about to say, ooh, forgetful records would have been a good one.
I will let you know that I have to be wrapping up at 9. So
Oh,
Central.
oh yeah, we're about to be wrapping up now.
Okay.
It's not much longer. Count. Did you get everything squared away with your character? I know, like some stuff happened with your
Uh,
character sheet.
I'm refilling all the information, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not complete. I'm gonna I'm gonna put everything back in that I had that I can remember.
Oh, all good. It's unfortunate it happened.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to add reliability on the website, and I think I must have messed with something.
Wow.
Oh well, I'll figure it out. But yeah, as far as oh yeah. I had my gifts and the right, at least
Okay.
one of the rights I had chosen. So I got
Okay.
that.
What you pick?
For native gifts, I have stare down. Uh, which I believe is just it's like an intimidation thing.
Yeah, cause humans and animals to get out of your way. Yeah.
For tribe gifts, I picked rapid shift. Um, for auspice, so that just lets me transform quick. For auspice gifts, I picked gremlins, which lets me make some like uh I can make technology malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so handy for not getting shot.
Yeah.
And for rights, I have right of rage, so I can incite rage in participants. So I guess that makes me and Ravage a good 1-2 punch, since we can increase rage and decrease it.
Mm.
Good to be prepared.
Yep.
So
Uh.
am I correct in thinking you can only pick from the ones that where you have that total renown? Because like there's some that's like renown 3, renown 6, renown 9, but at the moment we only have
Yeah.
3 total.
We only have 3.
Okay, so nothing above 3. Okay, so I was right in thinking that. Okay then. So I believe I have my 3. I got for general is Hare's Leap because I thought it was funny to be able to jump that far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for uh, for the tribe, I did Skin Bind and just able to always store stuff. Like that seems like it's pretty handy to have,
Mm-hmm.
even if a bit gross. And then Song of Serenity to calm folks down if it's getting too heated.
Okay.
Oh, and then I'm supposed to get a right. I haven't
Yep.
gotten that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people already went over their rights, but it's just one more thing you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to you on the rights because I'm not quite sure which one
Okay.
I want to do yet.
Do you have like a couple in mind?
I was thinking of Rite of Shame. I thought of Rite of Spirit Summoning. I'm not gonna lie, after the whole sex tape thing, it feels like Rite of Dedication would be such a good idea. So she's not caught naked somewhere.
The forgetful record. Corrupt electronically or physically recorded
Ooh, you're
information.
gonna need that with her. You're gonna need that with her. And I also had considered the Rite of Rage as well, but we've got a lot of people stoking rage. Probably don't need that much. Oh, and Rite of Contrition. So I thought of all of them. Thought of all of them. Just all.
Hmm.
But that is. But once I select that, that's literally just the last thing that I need.
Yep. And
Please change mine. I might choose spirit summoning.
okay.
Oh, who said that?
Nero. Just because we
Oh.
got a couple people with the ability to reduce rage. And I feel like, yeah, having the ability to like increase participants' rage is useful too. But I also feel like all our abilities are rage focused. And there's like so many different interesting rights. I'm like, maybe I should grab one just for utility versus just thinking about combat.
That's fair.
I mean, I
I
was.
mean, you use
Yeah,
rage
I
for
was
more than
considering.
like just combat stuff, but still.
That's what I was thinking too. I also just want to make sure whatever I choose, I have a good dice pool in it, and that's where the back and forth for me was.
Mm-hmm.
Is making sure that whatever it is, I have a decent dice pool to enact it.
So I was looking at the rights and kind of remembering from the beginning when I was talking about my character, and rite of celebration kind of seems a little too perfect because it starts off in the age of apocalypse. You must have acknowledged small victories, and I forget who said it, but somebody was like, "Yeah, because at the end of the world, you gotta laugh."
Me. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like that's a little too perfect right there.
And I guess for things like our chronicle tenants, that's probably something that we can discuss and vote on in the chat.
Yeah.
The
Mm.
the thing is basically like just things you won't violate in the entire chronicle,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you do, I don't know if there's like a stain system here, but you know, you dwindle farther away from humanity. Is that even a thing? Willpower is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Health is a thing. Is that a thing? I need to actually look that up to see if that even like what are like it like is there like a humanity tracker, like what happened, like what is the whole, what happens if you violate your touchstones, and if you violate like your like the chronicles or stuff like that. I need to look into that.
And yeah. Yeah, other than the touchdowns, I think we're pretty much done here. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, last minute changes,
Mm,
I
additions?
no.
did decide on why my character is wealthy and it's gonna make you cringe. She got rich off of Bitcoin.
Haha.
Yay!
You know what, and just like that, it's time for me to log on off. No.
Did she
When would
do
be
it
the
illegally?
No, all legal.
Well, I mean,
Just
illicitly
she did it
with the
like the
GPU
people.
farms.
She did like the dudes did with GameStop.
Oh,
So completely
just
legal.
okay. That was just grassroots. That was
Yep.
just a grassroots movement.
Uh, two questions before we end for the night because I know we're getting ready to be at time. One of which, when is the if you want, if we're going in the tweak sheets, when is the deadline to have the final sheet into you?
The day before the first campaign, I would say.
Which leads me to the second question, which is the what is the date of the
Uh,
campaign?
yeah. Can't do next week, next Friday, but is everyone good the following Monday? I mean, following Friday. I mean, which is
Uh,
the February
Second.
first, second. Yeah, second.
it's my birthday. I'll be here.
Hey,
His birthday. Are you sure you want to play on your birthday?
What else the hell am I gonna do? I'm turning 35.
Literally anything else.
hey.
Let me do, if we can for right now. Let's set it for the second, but I will check in with like family and see if they want to do anything, and if not, and then I'll let y'all know for sure about like middle of next week,
Okay.
and then we can go from there.
Cool.
Does that
Good
sound
work for
fair?
me.
Yeah.
Very fair is your birthday.
Mm. I mean, you know, eh,
Could
eh.
do worse things.
I could do worse things, and that is the thing. Cause last year for my birthday, I played like 10 hours of Strahd. I
Nothing wrong with
There's
that.
that.
yeah, no, my DM was like, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" I was like, "I want to play Strahd." And he's like, "Cool, cool. Do you want 2 5-hour sessions?" I was like, I'm an addict. Yes, I would love 2 5-hour sessions. Absolutely. Can you convince people to do that? He's like, yeah, let's see. And they were like, yeah, sure. I have nothing else to do. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got to play D&D for like 10 hours on my birthday weekend, and
Well,
I'm a
there you go.
nerd.
That's a good.
Man.
That's a good birthday gift. I would be happy with that.
I was ecstatic, and when everybody and like when my mom and like my sister were like, oh, so where are you gonna do your birthday? I'm like, I'm gonna play D&D with my friends online, and she was like, this is when for summer first started that. So you're gonna play pretend online with your friends on Discord? Shut up, shut up,
It's
shut up.
role playing. It's different.
She's like, you're gonna play pretend
It's
with your
it's
friends?
violent pretend. We get to rip
Yeah,
people apart,
it is.
stab them, and set them on fire.
Yeah.
My niece was like, she was like 12 at the time. I was like, yo, kid, back off.
Yeah, but for all intents and purposes, this is the end. We are done. Yeah. I guess there's no more last remarks because we already did our last remarks.
Yep.
All good.
We're good.
All right. We'll see you next time.